In 2009, the British physicist Stephen Hawking held a party for time travelers. The twist was he sent out the invites a year later. Time travel is probably impossible. Even if it were possible, Hawking and others have argued that you could never travel back before the moment your time machine was built. But travel to the future? That's a different story. Of course, we are all time travelers as we are swept along in the current of time, from past to future, at a rate of 1 hour per hour. But, as with a river, the current flows at different speeds in different places. As we know it, science allows several methods to take the fast track into the future. Here are 5 best theories about time travel. The number 1 is time travel via speed. This is the easiest and most practical way to time travel into the far future. Go really fast. According to Einstein's theory of special relativity, when you travel at speeds approaching the speed of light, time slows down for you relative to the outside world. This is not just a conjecture or thought experiment, it's been measured. Using twin atomic clocks, physicists have shown that a flying clock ticks slower because of its speed. In the case of the aircraft, the effect is minuscule. But if you were in a spaceship traveling at 90% of the speed of light, you'd experience time passing about 2.6 times slower than it was back on Earth. And the closer you get to the speed of light, the more extreme the time travel. The highest speeds achieved through any human technology are probably the protons whizzing around the Large Hadron Collider at 99.9999991% of the speed of light. The number 2 is time travel via gravity. The next method of time travel is also inspired by Einstein. According to his theory of general relativity, the stronger the gravity you feel, the slower time moves. As you get closer to the center of the Earth, for example, the strength of gravity increases. Time runs slower for your feet than your head. Again, this effect has been measured. In 2010, physicists at the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, placed 2 atomic clocks on shelves, one 33 centimeters above the other, and measured the difference in their rate of ticking. The lower one ticked slower because it feels a slightly stronger gravity. To travel to the far future, all we need is a region of extremely strong gravity, such as a black hole. The closer you get to the event horizon, the slower time moves, but it's risky business. Cross the boundary and you can never escape. The situation described in the movie Interstellar, where 1 hour on a planet near a black hole is the equivalent of 7 years back on Earth, is so extreme as to be impossible in our universe, according to Kip Thorne, the movie's scientific advisor. The number 3 is time travel via suspended animation. Another way to time travel to the future may be to slow your perception of time by slowing down, or stopping, your bodily processes and then restarting them later. Bacterial spores can live for millions of years in a state of suspended animation, until the right conditions of temperature, moisture, food kickstart their metabolisms again. Some mammals, such as bears and squirrels, can slow down their metabolism during hibernation, dramatically reducing their cells' requirement for food and oxygen. Could humans ever do the same? Though completely stopping your metabolism is probably far beyond our current technology, some scientists are working towards inducing a short-term hibernation state lasting at least a few hours. This might be just enough time to get a person through a medical emergency, such as a cardiac arrest, before they can reach the hospital. The number 4 is time travel via wormholes. General relativity also allows for the possibility for shortcuts through spacetime, known as wormholes, which might be able to bridge distances of 1 billion light-years or more, or different points in time. Many physicists, including Stephen Hawking, believe wormholes are constantly popping in and out of existence at the quantum scale, far smaller than atoms. The trick would be to capture one and inflate it to human scales, a feat that would require a huge amount of energy, but which might just be possible, in theory. Attempts to prove this either way have failed, ultimately because of the incompatibility between general relativity and quantum mechanics. The number 5 is time travel using light. Another time travel idea, put forward by the American physicist Ron Mallett, is to use a rotating cylinder of light to twist spacetime. Anything dropped inside the swirling cylinder could theoretically be dragged around in space and in time, in a similar way to how a bubble runs around on top your coffee after you swirl it with a spoon. According to Mallet, the right geometry could lead to time travel into either the past and the future. Since publishing his theory in 2000, Mallet has been trying to raise the funds to pay for a proof-of-concept experiment, which involves dropping neutrons through a circular arrangement of spinning lasers. I'm confident that you enjoyed my video. If you did, subscribe my channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.